Okay, folks, this is your Module 1 video. If you click on course content, it'll also bring you in. You can choose to enter Module 1. This is what it will look like. You need to do the Mindtap for Chapter 1. You can access the Mindtap by going back over here to Course Resources and then entering and then setting up your Mindtap and make sure you're working in Chapter 1. It's pretty straightforward as far as reading, and then there's several assignments that you'll need to do. You will also need to do the Chapter 1 discussion. I want to make sure that everyone understands this discussion. The book does a lot of writing about what is considered conservative, what is considered liberal, and what is considered radical. Most people are very complex. Most of us have ideas about what we want to do that some people would consider radical, some people would consider liberal, and some people would consider conservative. I want us to look at ourselves with some truth and write about one way that you think of yourself as being conservative, one way that you think of yourself as being liberal, one way that your views might even be considered radical. There's nothing necessarily wrong in the way anybody thinks. Now, I have corrected students in before for name calling particular groups of people because that is just inherently disrespectful. But I want us to do this. This is not meant to divide us as a class. This is meant to bring us together to show that we are all very complex people and we can all have very divergent ideas but still be respectful. If for some reason you feel that this particular discussion is too personal and you don't want to do it, that's fine. However, you will need to email me and probably set up a phone conversation so that we can come up with some alternative assignment that you can do in place of this. I hope you feel comfortable doing this because that is one of the purposes of this, is for us to feel comfortable with each other as a class. It is not meant to isolate people or create division or anything like that. If you have further questions, please get in touch with me. I look forward to hearing from you and to reading your thoughts. One last thing on here for your discussions. The subject of your discussion should always be your first and last name so that other people can see who's writing and who is responding to you, so that I can, when I'm grading, see your responses. And if you responded to someone and their thoughts seemed interesting by your responses to them, I want to go back and read their stuff as well, because sometimes I will grade things from a student's perspective would be out of order. So that just very much helps me if you could do that. Also, be mindful that the discussions have two deadlines. There's the discussion initial post deadline, where you have to get your answer to this prompt online. Typically, that's 2 days before the discussion closes. That way, everyone has a chance to read everybody else's work and respond to it. Once again, if you have specific questions, please just let me know.